Welcome Knightline Live with your hosts Jerry Middleton and Rick Fletcher. Knightline Live is filmed in front of a studio audience.
It's Monday night, and you're watching Night Live, and we are live here at the Knights Broadcasting Network. My name is Rick Fletcher. This gentleman to my left needs no introduction. This is Cody Dudley. He's filling in at least for half the show. Is that right, Cody?
For a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, Cody's our guest, but that's not till our second segment, so we're going to talk about girls basketball while he's here, but that'll be in a few minutes. But first of all, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, Cody. I mean, I know you're not Jerry Middleton, but it's been a while since we've done a Nightline. Our last one was 3 weeks ago. We've been on extended vacation trying to rest up, but we've been busy. There's been a lot going on. We've been doing a lot of broadcasting with basketball and wrestling, and we had a tournament we did, and we'll talk about most of all that as we get into tonight's show. As is our tradition, we talk about NFL scores. The only team left in this area, and I know you're happy about that, is those Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, yeah.
I want you to tell me about them and what your thoughts are.
Offensive line problems right now, a lot of injuries on the offensive line.
Yeah.
But when you play a team 3 times in a season, division rival, they know each other well. So about what I expected from that game. But when you have Joe Burrow, you always have a chance. So.
He is the franchise quarterback that you want.
Yeah, he's the real deal.
Yeah. No, there's no doubt about that. I've said right from the beginning, probably for the last half of the season, that the Bengals are, in my estimation, I'm not a Bengals fan per se, but I think the Bengals are the team to beat because of Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about the other teams in the AFC, Buffalo, Kansas City. We've had Kansas City's number and played really well against them over the last couple of years. And then, even though the game was shortened because of the DeMar Hamlin injury and things that went on with that game, I mean, we were rolling against Buffalo that game too. So. And
they're going to play Buffalo next week, next Sunday. But the playoffs were pretty good this weekend. A good week. Jacksonville came back.
Down 27-0.
That was a tremendous game there. And yesterday, you had 3 really close ball games that could have gone either way. You had Miami. This was a shocker. Miami giving Buffalo all they can handle. You know?
You have to think if Tua was healthy, they might have got that one.
Well, they might have, but they were down to their third string quarterback. Mm-hmm. Again, I'm in the NFC. I don't know who you got. They say San Francisco's the team to beat. That's what the pundits.
Philadelphia's been for the most part.
Yeah,
They've
not
been down
sold.
lately,
Not sold on Philadelphia personally. All right, they obviously number 1 seed, so they've won a lot of ball games. Is Tom Brady finally gonna get beat this year? I mean, a losing record.
Yeah. I don't bet against Tom Brady.
Yeah. They play tonight. They play Dallas. Dallas is the perennial disappointment. And I kind of look for that to continue starting tonight in my estimation.
Tom Brady's never lost to the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I know that. And I'm a Patriot fan, so I lived through a lot of those games.
Yeah.
And when you have a quarterback like Tom Brady, just like when you got Burrow, he's putting himself in that spot. Yeah. You're never out of a game.
No, you always have a shot.
Yeah, and if you're down a field goal and you got 2 minutes left, you feel like you're going to win the game.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I had 20 years of that. Now I don't.
That's where I'm feeling good about it. We're on
I'm switching
3?
places. Yeah. You had all that misery all those years with the Bengals.
Yeah.
So now it's my turn to have some misery. But who knows? The NFL's a funny. Things can turn around quickly. So. I'm still thinking that it's wide open, really. But you look at the teams as the conventional wisdom is Kansas City, Buffalo, and the Bengals. Take your pick, but I honestly think with Joe Burrow, that Buffalo defense is not as good as Baltimore's in my estimation.
Right, I would agree with that.
And that Kansas City defense has holes in it all over the place.
Yeah.
So they gotta feel confident that they can go into Buffalo and beat that team, and if you get to Kansas City, which you probably will, they'll probably beat Jacksonville. And then in the NFC, it's wide open. Everything's, you don't know. There's not that one team that you say they're going to win the Super Bowl.
No. And I lean the Eagles, but again, Jalen Hurts hasn't been there and done that. So
yeah,
got to see him do it.
And for some reason, everybody's in love, or at least the football experts. Yeah. They're all in love with San Francisco. Yeah. They got a great defense.
Shanahan, the scheme, and
Well, show me his Super Bowl wins. That's what I want. Show me his Super Bowl wins, then okay. Then he's got experience.
Rookie quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, really. So they might do it. They do have a good defense. Okay, so they're going to. They won pretty handily against Seattle. But show me the wins, and I'll give it to you. But boy, right now, I think it's anybody's game on both AFC and NFC.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we like to talk about it. We were never good enough to play it, so that's why we're fans, right?
For sure.
All right. So Cody, thanks for sticking around or coming in early. I appreciate it. Jerry's got called away. He's actually reffing a junior high game right now because somebody failed to show up, and that's part of his duties as being assistant AD. He has to fill in when nobody can. So Cody's going to be here for a few minutes. Let's talk a little bit about wrestling. Right now, crunch time for wrestling. They've got a lot going on. They're heading into sectionals. Coming up, not this weekend. This weekend, the guys, or not, it's not all guys. It's guys and girls. Yeah. Okay, yeah. But they're in the TEC tournament, and that's going to be, I believe it's at Tri, and from our understanding, I think so. They're going to be right in the mix for that title there. And Corey Baker's doing a great job. Todd Crow, those guys are doing a great job with this team. They won the Wayne County tournament, so good job for them. And they haven't. That's been a while since they won that thing.
Yeah.
So congratulations to the wrestling team. They've got it going on this year. Talk about wrestling. We've talked a lot, Cody, on this year and last year about Heather Crawl.
Yeah.
There's a documentary out there that we have posted on Northeastern Livestreams on Facebook. If you go there and search Northeastern Livestream, number one, send a friend request. We'll accept it. Okay, so become a friend. But there's a documentary that was put together by a gentleman by the name of Aaron Phillips about Heather Crawl and Juliana, or Jules Ocampo. She's from northern Indiana, up near Fort Wayne. New Haven High School. It was great. I don't know if you had a chance to see it.
I did have a chance to see it, and it was one of those. I mean, I just couldn't stop watching it. It was so well put together. It was awesome to see. I didn't realize, kind of friendly rivalry, but I didn't realize that those two had kind of been, going at it like that for, years. That was really cool to see.
Oh, it was great. The documentary is great. And Heather and Julia, as it would be for the second year in a row, just really recently they had the girls' state finals, and it was in that weight class, which is the 106 weight class. Heather and Juliana met up in the final. Now Juliana, she won last year 4-0. She won this year 7-0.
Yeah.
And so that means it's a close match because you're going all 3 rounds, and it was a tough match.
Yeah.
And for both of them, actually. So, and I don't know if you ever wrestled, but going 3 rounds in a wrestling match.
I wrestled one match. Fun fact, one match. I went all 3 rounds, and I immediately got sick in the locker room afterwards. Never wrestled again.
Well, it's a tough sport. it is very difficult. Well, that's Blake's going to wrestle next year. Blake Hampton's our executive producer.
It's a different kind of exhaustion.
It is. It is a grueling. It's a grueling sport, and when you're going 3 rounds, you're 100% all the time.
Yeah.
And it is grueling, but it's a lot of fun. We've got some video here we're going to show here in a couple minutes, but it really shows. We've got some match. You'll see some good stuff on it. You'll have to go see it later, right? But for the people watching, you get to see this here. All right, so what's going on with wrestling? We have some stats. I want to go over these stats. First of all, as a team, they're 22-7. They've had a great year. They're going to be right in the hunt for the sectional title and that Wayne TEC title this weekend. Heather Kroll, 33-1. Now that's a good record. Michael Henderson, he wrestles 220. He's 28-0. Ethan Neely, he's 28-7. Caden White, first year back wrestling. His dad is Dwayne White, who's our commentator on analyst when we do wrestling live stream. Caden White is 24-7. Zane Schneider. Now you're going to see a good clip of Zane here giving a pose here. You're going to have to pay attention, okay? But Zane Schneider, he's 23-6. Caleb Cohey was 25-8, and again, they were the Wayne County champions, Wayne County tournament champions. So congratulations to the wrestling team.
With records like that just speaks about their consistency.
Yeah, very consistent. Yeah. They really are, and they're a team. When you talk about a team, you can go, if you ever go to a meet, you'll see the camaraderie they have for each other.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. We have a lot of that around here, by the way, and we're going to talk about the girls' basketball here in a minute. I have my opinions, as you might expect, okay? So we got some videos here. One, got quite a bit of video here. First part of this is going to be, there was a meet in Centerville here after the Wayne County tournament. The next day they wrestled some more. And when they wrestle on a weekend, it could be 7 or 8 times that they're going to wrestle. So that's a lot of wrestling. And so we got some video from that. If you've never been to a meet, this will give you a flavor for what a meet is like. And then we have some senior night video where the seniors were all introduced, and so we have that also. So we're going to go to that, and after that we're going to hear some commercials from our gold level sponsors, and after all that we'll be back and talk to our special guest Cody Dudley about girls basketball. You're watching Knightline on the Knights Broadcasting Network.
Third period. That's what I'll start.
Let's go! Basil. He's done. He's flat. Go. Yes. Yes. Other one. Other one. Head up. Get your head up. Get up, baby. And the tie. Keep moving. Quarter under. There you go. Quarter Waynes. Keep the hands. 3/4. Heads hanging. Matthew, circle to your right. Overhead. That's right. That's it. Back him up, Gil. Keep your head up. Stay strong and stay stubborn. Let's go. Castle. Come on, Wes. Get your shot out. Good shot. Get there. Let's shot.
welcome back to Northeastern. We're getting ready for the senior night festivities for wrestling, and we're going to head down courtside to the wrestling coach, Mr. Corey Baker, and he's going to do the introductions. Corey, take it away.
Thank you, Jerry. Our first senior tonight is Basil Karikoff. Basil is escorted by Angel and Paul Amstutz. Basil is a member of GSA, Student Council, Senior Class Officer, National Honor Society, NSHSSS, Ambassador, Wrestling, Tennis, and received national recognition for their academics. And they were third at Girls Freestyle State recently. Their future plans are uncommitted, but plans to double major in political science and business, then pursue law. Basil Karikoff. Our next senior is Ethan Mills. Ethan is escorted by his grandma Estella. Ethan is a member of the cross-country team, track, and wrestling. Ethan plans to attend college and pursue construction management. Ethan Mills. Our last senior is Ethan Neely. Ethan is escorted by Katie Van Zant, Elise Neely, Emma Neely, and Chad Neely. Ethan is all-conference in football, a Wayne County champ in wrestling, and defensive MVP in football. He's undecided, but he plans to go to college. Ethan Neely. Thank you.
13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, you were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. That fear is the only enemy, the only thing keeping you from feeling that power in your bones. And here we are, right here, right now. Let's fly.
You're good at motivation, we're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
KOA exit 151A, registration in the general store. It's a family-owned campground with pull-through parking for RVs or travel trailers with full hookups. Rent a cabin. Relax at one of the fire pits or picnic by the pond. A playground for the kids, or get in around the golf before dinner. Take a water-soaking hayride, lay out by the pool, and then take a dip. At Kate's Family Eye Care, we value a family-friendly atmosphere, offering high-quality eye exams. Our expert staff utilizes the latest techniques in eye care. We have a large selection of affordable glasses that are unique to our area. We are proud supporters of the Northeastern Knights and wish all the teams the best of luck.
Go Knights!
Coming together every day to make a difference for you, for me, and everyone in between. Because at Dot Foods, when we celebrate each other's differences and work together to make the community a better place, we become great together. At Dot Foods, what matters to you matters to us, where communities matter. Dot Foods.
Dreaming of having more space? With a mortgage from First Financial, you're golden. We keep things simple with friendly, personalized service from application to closing. We'll help you find the right mortgage loan to fit your unique needs. Plus, you can qualify for relationship pricing with an eligible checking account. And since we live in the communities we serve, you can count on our local knowledge to make sure the pieces fall into place for an on-time closing. So stop dreaming and start moving with First Financial Bank.
First!
Welcome back to Knightline. So we had that wrestling video up at Centerville, and that gives you guys, if you've never been to a wrestling meet, give you a good opportunity to see what goes on in a wrestling meet, and hopefully they're a lot of fun. So if you ever get a chance, go out to a meet. Their sectionals will be January 28th. That's a week from this Saturday at Centerville, and they'll be this Saturday. The TEC Championship will be at Tri-High. So wrestlers, get out there, or fans, get out there to see them. All right, Cody, here's what we've all been waiting for right here. We want to talk girls basketball. Yeah. Our girls team, I've seen them evolve from a whole lot of let's dribble into the three-man team to now working as a team, and you guys got that team well-oiled right now. So tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Yeah, I think early in the season, just trying to figure out, who we are as a team, what works, what doesn't, what rotations, what we want to run when specific groups of players are on the floor together. So there's a lot of, kind of figuring that out. And I think now, we're 20 games into the season. Yeah. Sectional draw this upcoming Sunday. So it's just one of those things, like now we know who we are. We know what works, what doesn't. And we know what we want to go to.
Yeah, so you are still a young team, really.
Yeah.
A lot of your main players are juniors, sophomores, and freshmen.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the players here. Okay, first of all, let's talk about Addie Mastriano. Now, you guys went over to Tri-High. We were talking a little bit off air. Mm-hmm. Basically, almost a conference, semifinal, really, for the championship, because I don't think Tri is probably going to lose again. They're a team that's probably could go to the final state championship. They're a good team. But they have a star player. Her name escapes me, but her.
Bailey Parham.
Yeah. Bailey Parham, excellent player, and she has been. I thought Addie Mastriano, defensively, for most of that game, just had her locked right up. So you tell me what your thoughts are.
Yeah, it's one of those, we watched film. Addie knew that was going to be her assignment. So Moss, took that. Studied the game tape, kind of looked at her tendencies, what she likes to do. She has anything that she does, and we found some things on tape, and we just hammered that home all week long. So Moss knew exactly how she was going to guard her and what she wanted to do, and tried to take that away. And she did an awesome job in that game.
And without fouling.
Yeah.
She didn't get into foul trouble.
And we talked about even when, Parham made plays, it wasn't for a lack of good defense. I mean, Moss played great defense, Parham just made plays.
Yeah, and offensively, we're really starting to see Addie get down underneath and making some moves underneath the basket now.
Yeah.
And it's really fun to see. She can still pop out and hit the three.
Yeah.
If she can do both those things, that's going to open up, it just opens it up the floor for her.
Yeah, and that's what I've been telling her since I've been here. Just makes her a matchup nightmare. But you have to dominate the paint at her height, her size, just physicality. There's just not a lot of girls that can guard her, So as long as she does that and takes care of business, she's skilled enough. She can still do the other things. And once she starts doing both, she's a nightmare to defend.
Yeah, all right. So another player I want to touch on, and we're going to talk a lot about some players tonight, hopefully, okay? Yeah. I don't want to exclude anybody because it is a team, right?
Yep.
And you get a lot of contributions from a lot of players.
Definitely, yeah.
Justice Slick.
Yeah.
Another player that you're really seeing her come into her own. So tell us a little bit, talk about Justice and what she's accomplishing this year.
Yeah, super proud of Justice this year. It's one of those things, her and I talk, and it's just, don't try to be something you're not. You're long, you're really athletic, you're fast. Get downhill, get to the bucket, finish at the rim, get in passing lanes, get some steals. But the big thing with her right now that's just surprised me is she's rebounding the ball really, really well right now.
She's probably one of your more athletic, as far as athletic. She's just, she's always had that athletic ability. But now I see she's really come coming to the table with her basketball skills and in her contributions. So.
Yeah, and she works hard in the off season. I mean, she plays AAU. She comes to a lot of our off season stuff. So she's put in some work outside of just practice, and I'm happy to see it pay off for her so far.
Yeah, so she hopefully that continues on. She's become an important part. She always has been, but boy, now she's really stepping to the forefront and becoming a really important of whatever success you guys are going to have, and however far you go. And I know you have big dreams. She's going to have to be right in the middle of all that.
Yeah, she's got to play with confidence. When she plays with confidence, she's different.
Oh, she absolutely. Your guard tandem. Ava Mikesell, who's only a sophomore, Addie Kircher, a freshman, and she's never really played. So let's talk about Addie right now. Never really played like a freshman. She stepped right in, ready to go.
Yeah.
And now I think she might even be your leading scorer, pretty close to that. You have a lot of people scoring, okay?
Yeah.
But Addie, so talk about the role that Addie's carved for herself and her development as a player.
Yeah, she plays off ball. She kind of plays the 2 guard for us.
Yeah.
And she plays kind of backup, point guard duties for Ava when we give her a break. And again, Addie's played high level AAU basketball for years. So coming in playing varsity, level, that speed's not too fast for her. That's something she's seen before. That's why you see her right away contributing as a freshman. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things now. She's making outside shots with confidence. She's not dribbling into trouble. She's making plays when plays are there, taking the easy plays, easy buckets. And the big thing with her scoring is she's getting to the free throw line, and she's shooting fairly well from the free throw line, which turns 14, 15-point games into 20-point games.
She's only 15 years old, I think. Whatever. She's a young player, and she's playing against 18 years old, and she's holding her own. Probably, and again, I'm just giving my opinion. I've seen most of your games here. Probably one of your more unselfish players is Ava Mikesell.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
She's your point guard when she's in there. Like you said, Addie's backup point guard, but when Ava's in there, she's running the show.
Yeah.
And I've seen her have just make that one extra pass instead of getting a good shot that she has to get the easy shot. So talk about Ava and the floor general, I guess is what you. And she's only a sophomore.
Oh yeah. Ava's a coach's dream. As a freshman, she played a lot. Played at the varsity level, kind of thrown into the fire.
Right.
And she was the primary ball handler for the group last year. This year, she has some girls that have really stepped up around her. Which makes life easy for Ava because not a lot of that falls on her all the time. But she's just an extension of me on the floor. I mean, she knows exactly what I want. She knows when to push the ball up the floor, when not to. She knows how we're trying to play. I mean, just insanely smart player, especially for a sophomore. And just high. I mean, you see it when you go to the game. Super high motor.
Oh,
like never
all the
quits,
time.
Never
she
quits.
never gets tired.
When I take her out of the game, I'm like, Ava's been going. I mean, she's going hard. We should probably get her a quick, couple minute break. And when I take her out, she just looks at me like I'm ready to go. So it's nice to have.
When you take these girls, I notice Addie's kind of the same. Addie Kircher.
Yeah.
They ever say something to you
either
I'll say in your face or
I always give them the high five, and I'm like, hey, get a quick rest. Get a quick rest, Coach. I don't need a rest.
Yeah,
I don't need a rest. And I'm like,
well, they're not interested.
Like, get a drink. I'll get you back. But they're just ultra competitive. And I love that. I love that about them.
Yeah. And Cameron McFarland, she's been starting for you all year, and she just does the job when she's underneath the basket. She'll clean it out, get that rebound, and get it down to the gazelles on the outside, either Ava or Addie.
Yeah.
You guys are really pushing the offense right now and trying to run that fast offense.
Yeah, it starts with rebounding. On tape, Cam consistently boxes out.
Yeah. She does have good technique.
She does. She finds a body right away, creates space, gets rebounds, and then she's immediately looking for outlets. And our girls do a good job of calling for outlets, getting wide.
Yeah.
And that's just something that we work on. But again, you don't get that without rebounding first. So you gotta you got to box out and get the boards, and Cam does a great job of that.
Well, you can see when you're watching the games, Ava or Addie Kircher, when they see that rebound's coming down, they're off. I mean, and that ball's going down.
I don't want to give away too much,
no,
but that's something.
Well,
that's
they can
something,
watch the tape.
That's
right?
something that we work on. That we have.
Yeah, I'm not no state secrets here, Cody. We don't want to give any advantage to anybody, but it's obvious. We've been watching it.
Yeah, we just want to take advantage of our speed. We have good bigs, that attack rebounds, and we have really fast guards. So it's just something that we want to take advantage of.
So off the bench, you got. All right, I want to talk about Cammie Angie. Now she looks like she's a full-time varsity player. Yeah. She was playing a little JV in varsity. She's always played quite a bit in varsity, but now it looks like you permanently put her there, and deservedly so, in my opinion. She's become a valuable player for you guys. Yeah. So talk a little bit about Cammie.
Yeah, it's one of those over the summer and beginning of the season. We knew she was going to help defensively and with rebounding as far as that, and give us a little flexibility in our lineup where she can guard some guards as well as bigs. She plays physical enough to guard bigs, but really now offensively, I mean, you feel good when she catches the ball in the high post area.
Yeah.
And when she shoots with confidence from three, she's shown she can knock down a couple threes. So it's just one of those. That's just a nice, surprise, kind of the cherry on top with Cammie. But she just works hard. I mean, she's just a girl, comes in, she knows her role and plays it really well.
Well, I'm thinking with Cammie, what it is confidence, right? Yeah. You see one of those shots go down all of a sudden, and now you have the confidence to put up the next one.
Yeah.
And she's good basketball IQ. Really, she has good positioning, and we've seen her have a few putbacks on the offensive end, which garbage baskets. You take all you can get.
Yeah, she's tough. Yeah. She's just tough.
So she's going to be an important piece player going forward. And then you've got your other seniors would be Maddie Osterman. She'll come in and spell the bigs.
Yeah.
And then Marissa Cates will. She's that. You got Ava, Addie, Marissa, same type of players, fast, athletic, they can get down the floor quickly, and so you really don't miss much, and she can put up a shot too. I think with Marissa, I'd like to see her put up another shot or two.
I've been telling her all year. I mean, she just has such great form. She's a senior, so it's just one of those, and we have the other girls that, they're out there kind of doing their thing, and sometimes Marissa takes a backseat to them and kind of defaults to them to let them do their thing. But we would love for Marissa to shoot a little more because she has such a beautiful shot.
Oh, she does, and she's done that in past years. Yeah. And I understand when Addie and Ava come in, you're gonna. I understand that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But Marissa, if you are watching, okay, Coach Dudley did not put me up to this. All right, you can shoot the ball. I've seen you shoot the ball. Yeah. You can put up a three also because we've seen it in the past. Don't feel free. Okay, that's what I'll say. And now maybe Cody will say something different in practice, but you can do that. And coming off the bench, and if you can have someone coming off the bench, putting up points, just another dangerous weapon.
She just doesn't make mistakes. I mean, even defensively, she's always in the right spot. She's never going to hurt you. She doesn't make negative plays.
Yeah, and that's sometimes if the simpler the better. A lot of times you'll see high school kids, they'll try to make the Dr. J play.
Yeah.
Guess what? Dr. J can barely make that play.
I always preach, make the easiest play possible.
Simple. Yeah. If it's not open, it's not open. Trust your eyes. Yeah. When there's three bodies and we got one player and they got three, don't pass it to them.
Yeah.
They're not open.
And going back to Osterman, we had senior night against Knightstown this past weekend, but I think she had 6 points in that game.
Yeah.
She's really effective on the block. I mean, she can score in the low post. Shoots it better than people think she can.
Yeah.
She'll knock down free throws consistently. And it's just one of those things, when we have matchups where we can go to big lineups like that, we feel really comfortable with her in the game too.
Well, funny thing with Maddie, we saw her, somehow she got the ball in the fast break and quickly got rid of the ball. Smart decision there by Maddie.
Yeah,
because
Mad Dog wants no part of the fast break.
That's not her role. You get down in the block, we'll come to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so And then you got Gracie Green, plays as a freshman, mostly JV, but she does see quite a few minutes on the varsity level. And when she gets it, doesn't seem like it's too big for her.
No.
And she'll find her game, as time goes on. But all right, we got sectional draw coming up. Are you excited? You got to be excited.
Oh, for sure. It's the best time of the year.
Oh, it really is a lot of fun. We will be broadcasting the sectional. Okay, so we're going to be there. We're actually going to be at your draw party on next week. That's January 22nd, and we'll be there. We'll be there live. We're going to be doing Knightline from the draw party, which will be at the Mike Cells, Doug and Shauna Mike Cells. So we will be there. Check Facebook for the time, but we think we're going on the air about 4:45 or so. Well, Cody, you got some stuff you got to do. I know that. You got to get back to it. So we're going to go into commercial. But before we get to commercial, we do have a little bit of Cliff Notes version of Senior Night for the girls. So we're going to run that. Then we're going to go hear from our gold level sponsors. Cody, thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't have a Subway coupon for you tonight.
That's okay.
But I will get it to you, all right? All right, this is Knightline, and we'll be back after these messages. Welcome back to Northeastern High School. This is the Subway player, or in this case, players of the game. Subway with 3 locations in Richmond and 1 in Hagerstown. There is a Subway sandwich shop nearest you. Subway, eat fresh. And this is senior night, so our Subway players of the game are all 3 seniors. We're going to talk to no stranger to these airways right here, Maddie Osterman. Maddie, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm glad to be back here.
All right, so you're a senior. We celebrated senior night. We still got a lot of season left.
We do.
And this is your second senior season volleyball. Now here you are.
I'm back again.
So reflect back on your years of playing basketball, and what does it mean to you tonight, senior night?
It means almost everything to me, especially with volleyball, too. It all means a lot. It's very nice to have something that recognizes me. Obviously, we always are, but it's nice to have that one night. And I'm so thankful for Chad Kircher for forcing me to play in the Hagerstown League in 5th grade, because that got me to meet so many great people and have relationships for life that I'll always cherish.
All right, this is Marissa Cates, also a senior Subway player of the game. So, Marissa, you've been playing basketball for a long time. You're probably going to have to adjust your mic a little bit there.
Okay.
That's good. All right, so I want to ask you, you are a multi-sport person, okay?
Yep.
You've experienced a lot of success in cross country, and we're moving into sectionals here for basketball. Can you bring some of that experience with you for our basketball team, or how does that work?
Yeah, for sectionals, we're going into the tournament, and that happens with cross country. This year my team did advance. Well, 3 of us did.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a lot of fun, and I just hope that we can make a good run and hopefully win it this year.
Well, I think in basketball, Lady Knights basketball, there's a lot of hope. You guys are really playing well as a team. You know, really from the beginning of the season to right now, a lot of improvement. A lot of your younger players are coming together. And so what are our hopes as we head into that sectional, that elusive section? We haven't had that around here in a long time.
Yeah, I think we have a really good chance. We have our eyes set on sectionals, but that's not where we're stopping. We want to win regionals. We want to keep going, and I think that if we play as a team and continue that, we have a good chance.
All right, well, good. Cameron, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm fabulous. Okay, well, first of all, congratulations, senior night. Reflect back being a senior. You've been playing basketball for a long time. Now you're here at this point. You're coming, not at the end, but we're getting there. So reflect back on your basketball career here and what it means to you. It's a loaded question, I know, but I'm
a hard question.
Oh, okay. Well, we're not putting you on the spot here.
I don't know. It's kind of sad that I'm going to be leaving, but there's many opportunities out there for me. Sophomore year, I got to play with my older sister and cousin, and this year I get to play with my younger. So
yeah,
It's been a good opportunity, good season.
Is that special? You got Addie out here. She's only a freshman. Is that special? You're a senior. You're the older person. Did you have to kind of bring her along, or did she come ready to go?
No, she came ready to go. She's always been about basketball, and she has a bright future ahead of her.
Do you need assistance and you don't know where to turn? We can help. From fixing meals, medicine reminders, personal hygiene, rides to appointments, someone to talk to, and much more. Guardian at Home Servicing, all of Wayne County. All you really want is for your loved ones to enjoy life. Harmon sheds are custom built to your specifications and needs. But wait, there's more! Harmon sheds build privacy fences, decks for your pool, beautifully designed decks for all around your home, and detached pavilions. Let Joe and the crew do all the work, so all you need to do is relax.
This is Rick Fletcher. When my car needs repair, I take it to 715 Sim Hargen Parkway in Richmond, home of Knuckle Busters. With their ASE certified technicians, why would you go anyplace else? They repair domestic and imports, air conditioners to Z-bars. Knuckle Busters Auto Repair. Call 765-488-1470 and tell them to go Knights!
With local BTV, it's easier than ever to view all that WCTV offers.
I can now stream local government meetings direct to my TV.
Now I can watch local programming right from my phone.
I can easily view recorded and live events on my computer.
With a few clicks on any device, you're ready to view WGTV Channel 11, WETV Channel 20, and WCTV Channel 21. With local BTV, you're able to stay entertained and informed.
Hey there, my name is Gibson and I would love to invite you to LifeSpring Students. That's our youth group at LifeSpring Church, which is just south of Northeastern on 27, and we meet from 7 to 8:30 on most Thursdays, but the doors open at 6:30. It's a great way to get to know more about God, meet some friends, as well as get to know about yourself some more as well. Plus, it's a lot of fun. We usually have some basketball and dodgeball, along with some other activities, and if you want to know more, check out lifespring.tv/students.
Welcome back to Knightline. As you can see, I'm here by myself now, so we're going to go solo for the rest of this program here, right to the top of the hour. Jerry Milton got called away. He had to go ref junior high basketball, so that's what he's doing right now. Let's talk a little bit about boys basketball. Since the last time we had this show, the boys have been busy. They had a great tournament here. If you had an opportunity to get here or see the broadcast, we broadcast every single game of that Northeastern Christmas tournament. And hey, the Knights did great. They went to the finals. They played Newcastle. They lost by 2 points, but Keaton Mikesell had an opportunity to win that game. With about 1 second left, he had an open look at a three. It was a long three. It hit the rim, and they lost that, but it was a great tournament, very successful. So congratulations to the Northeastern boys basketball team for putting that tournament on. We thank you for all the sponsors that were able to make that thing go. And, you know, everybody showed up. We had a lot of good crowds there, especially in the final game. A nice crowd from Newcastle, and it was electric as far as the attitude of the crowd and in the air. It was electric during that game, so it was a lot of fun. That tournament. Don't know what's going to happen next year, but you know this, that if there's another tournament next year, we're going to be there. All right, what's happening with boys basketball? They are 10-3. And boys basketball is a little bit of a different breed this year. We've got some guys that are really playing well. Number one, I want to talk about, and it's not because I think he's number one, but Caleb Harmon is really stepping up. He's playing offensively. He's playing well. Defensively, he's playing well. He's scoring in double digits. He's got that three-point shot that he can do. He told us at the beginning of the year that he's going to do that. And Caleb, you're doing it. So we were skeptical in the beginning. Now he's not putting up a lot of threes, but every once in a while he'll knock down the three. But his spot is down near the basket. That's where he typically plays. Carson Terrell is just doing exactly what he's been doing all year, providing great defense and rebounding, and picking up the trash is what I say. Just putting those baskets, getting the rebounds and putting them back for baskets. And he can also get out there 10 feet and put up a shot, and he's athletic and just provide that presence. Keaton Mikesell is really picking up his game. Number one, Keaton is probably the fastest guy on the floor, whatever game's going on. He'll be down the floor quickly, and his shooting is really coming on. And I've always thought that Keaton had that in him, that perimeter shooting. He's really putting some shots up, so good for him. We're going to need all this as we go into sectionals, as we get into the conference. Who's going to win the conference? We're right in the thick of this thing. 10-3. I think we're 5-0 in the conference now. So we have some more conference games to go. Boys won the Wayne County tournament, so good for them. Congratulations to them. I think that's their 5th year in a row winning that thing, and they've pretty much dominated it. The girls have won 4 in a row, so Northeastern has dominated that Wayne County tournament the last 4 or 5 years. So congratulations to them. Saturday night, the Knightstown came to town, and Knightstown's an improved team. 2 years ago, they didn't win any games. Last year, they probably won, 7 or 8 or 9 games. This year, they came in at 6-4, and they came into our gym. Knights started fast. We had a little bit of muddle in the beginning, but they ended quickly. We won by probably 23 or 4 points, kind of what you expected. And that's what this team is, where before, I think whatever team we're going to put out there, we're going to play, whether it comes sectionals or move on to the regional or even moving on to the semi-state round potentially, I think we're going to be competitive with any team, whereas before we were blowing teams out by 40 points. Now it's a 20 to 25 point game. But you're getting a lot of contributions all around the floor. Not only your 5 starters, but coming off the bench, you've got Day Lundy, doing some good work coming off the bench. You've got Little Scaretti, we call him. He's not, Landon Scaretti. That's Carson's brother. He provides some valuable minutes when he gets in there, and he doesn't look like it's too big for him. So all in all, very good team play. And what we're seeing here, and this is just my opinion, is we're seeing these guys come together and playing on a team, and that's going to go where they want to go. That's exactly what it's going to take. We've got some video here of Michael Henry. He was our player of the game, so we put together a little montage of his 3-point shots. And he was our Subway player of the game. So, Blake, let's go to that and see Michael right now.
Seconds here. Let's see what the Knights try to do. Looks like they want to attack. That's Henry with a 3.
Boom, baby! It's on the march right now. There's Henry. Boom, baby! College game, that would have been a flop.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden,
there's
boom,
a 3.
baby!
Michael Henry, now all of a sudden it's a 22-point game and another foul. All right, we're here with our Subway player of the game, Subway Sandwich Shops with 3 locations in Richmond and 1 in Hagerstown. There's a Subway Sandwich Shop near you. Subway, eat fresh. And our Subway player of the game is Michael Henry. Mike, Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so we saw you hit some three-pointers. Welcome to the party. How did that feel? Tell us how that felt.
It felt good to finally get my shot going the second half of the season.
Yeah, so you guys are winning in a lot of different ways. You know, in years past, you'd blow a team out by 40, but now as you get a total team effort, you got Caleb Harmon's playing well, Mike Sell's doing his job. Tell us about what's going on with this team right here and as we go forward.
The seniors, we're going to go as the seniors take us. Those 5 seniors got to lead us.
Yeah.
And if they do that, we should win, be a pretty good team.
Well, you got to know, right now we're working on the conference. This is a big conference win. Yeah. Knightstown, they're an improved team. They really are over the last couple of years. So we got a week off, and you got Blue River, another good team coming in here next week. Yeah. So what do we think about Blue River?
Can't take anybody lightly. You got to show up to play against everybody and get out to an early lead.
All right, so congratulations. Subway Player of the Game. That was Michael Henry. He is the Subway Player of the Game. And no, Mr. Luby is not his favorite teacher.
Nope.
All right, when we get back, Jerry and I are going to wrap this one up. This is Knights basketball on the Knights Broadcasting Network. All right, welcome back. So Michael, he had his shot going on Saturday night against Knightstown. He's got that ability. And, boy, if he can get hot with that and be consistent with that shot as well, he provides some valuable minutes. His defense is really coming on strong, and he had a great game at the Knightstown game. So he was our Subway Player of the Night. What's ahead for boys basketball? Well, they're going to travel Friday night. They're going to travel to Rushville. They play Rushville every year, so that'll be an away game. So if you get a chance, go down to see them. They're a good team. We're going to be competitive. Our sectional, we're looking at, I think they have a lot of confidence that they could potentially win the sectional and even beyond that. So get out there and see them. And on Saturday night, they'll have the second game in a boys contest against Blue River. Now, Blue River is going to be a good competitive team. That should be a good game. We'll be broadcasting both of those games. The girls tip off at 6, and the boys will be right after. So get out to the gym. You watch the replay later. That's what the live stream or the broadcast is for, is you watch it later, get to the gym. There'll be a lot of excitement. You got two good teams coming in Blue River. The girls team is good, so that'll be a competitive girls game, and the boys team is good, so that'll be a competitive boys matchup. So come on to the gym and get in there and cheer these ladies and these guys on. They deserve your support. All right, we're going to take a break, but before we go to commercial, we have a little bit of clip of the trophy presentation for the Wayne County champions, the Lady Knights and your boys Knights basketball team. You're watching Knightline. We'll be back.
This time, Hagerstown Athletic Director Scott Snodgrass awards the championship trophy to the Northeastern Knights.
You've had a hard day at work and all you want to do is sit in your lounge chair in the nice cool air? Then it hits! The AC's not working. The living room feels like the Sahara Desert. Call Reynolds Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. In just a short time, it'll be nice and cool. And then all you'll need is a sign that says, "No penguins allowed." Call 765-966-0994. Reynolds Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Proud sponsors of the Knights. Did someone say boom, baby? Call Scaretti Pyrotechnics at 765-977-2757. Scaretti Pyrotechnics has performances for birthdays, weddings, school athletic events, other occasions, and of course, the 4th of July. Scaretti Pyrotechnics are proud supporters of Knights Athletics. Boom, baby! Smith, McQuiston, and Webster Funeral Home has proudly served the Fountain City area since 1886. From the time you walk up the steps, Funeral Director Keith Webster's goal is to carry forward the legacy of personal service established by the Smith and McQuiston families. Using modern technology and good old-fashioned attention to detail, we will strive to earn your confidence in us by treating families the way we think we would want to be treated. Smith, McQuiston, Webster Funeral Home. Rick, thank goodness somebody called timeout because I am hungry.
I'm starved, Jerry. Hey, with 3 different Richmond locations and 1 in Hagerstown, here's a Subway sandwich shop near you.
And you can always order off the app for curbside pickup. The drive-thru's always open, and the way that I prefer it, I just like to walk in.
Here's your sub.
Listen, Subway, eat fresh.
Go Knights!
It's a whole new way to watch the WCTV family of stations. Live, local broadcast television anytime on any device, including your phone, computer, or television. Whether you're on the couch or on the go, simply launch the local BTV app and you'll instantly be able to watch all 3 of our channels, WCTV, WETV, and WGTV. Go to localbtv.com or download the free Local BTV app for your iPhone, Android, Roku, Apple TV, or Fire TV. Watch what's happening in our community on Whitewater Community Television.
Welcome back to Knightline. We appreciate all of our gold level sponsors. With them, we're able to do a few things, upgrade our equipment. We're also able to compensate a little bit some of the students that help us out, the camera people, our executive producer, Blake Hampton. He's here right now running the computer. Without him, we wouldn't be on the air, and at any point in time he could pull the plug on us, so we have to be nice to him, right, Blake? We got to be nice to him. So all right, let's talk a little bit of bowling. I think their season came to an end in sectionals. The top 3 teams go to regionals, and the Knights finished number 4. Okay, so hey, they had a good season. Hopefully next year, when it's bowling season, we'll have a lot more coverage of that. This year, I don't think we did it justice. It's difficult sometimes to, get together with some of the participants in various sports, but maybe next year we can do a little bit better. Ian Kersey missed going to regionals by 10 pins as an individual. We know Ian. He helps us out on our broadcast. He runs a floor camera sometimes, so that's our connection with Ian. So archery, let's talk about archery because they've been very busy. They had track you call them meets, and archery you call them shoots. So they had the Tri-Village Invite Shoot over the weekend. Tri-Village is over in New Madison, Ohio. Just across the border, just past New Paris. I'm sure you all know where that is. And they finished number 2 in the entire meet out of several teams. Not exactly sure how many teams were there, but they finished second. They actually had it was a good meet for them. Tri-Village won the meet, and I'm told by Blake, our executive producer, who's on the archery team, that Tri-Village is a powerhouse in archery. So they finished second overall. Individual accomplishments, Chase Cates, he was the number 2 overall for 12th grade boys and number 2 overall for the whole meet. So congratulations to him. Jeffrey Mann, he was number 1 for 9th grade boys and number 3 overall in the entire meet. So congratulations. Jeffrey's also on the wrestling team, so he does both of these things at once. Noah Ellis, he was number 1 for 10th grade boys and number 7 overall. And Bailey Berhalter, she was number 3 for 10th grade girls and number 4 overall. So congratulations to those shooters. I think I'm getting the lingo down in archery. The archery team, they do a good job of informing you what's happening. Their Facebook page is Northeastern Knights NASP Archery Team. So if you're on Facebook and I know a lot of you are because you're probably watching us right now on Facebook. You can go to that. That's Northeastern Knights NASP Archery Team. Become a friend of that website, of that Facebook page, so you can keep up to date on what's going on with archery. All right, just a reminder, there's a couple of things we're going on. On Saturday night, we will be broadcasting the doubleheader, girls and boys, with Blue River for basketball. So tune into that. Come to the gym. That's where we want you. We want you in the gym, cheering on your teams, and you can always watch the replay later. You can go to Northeastern Livestreams on Facebook, and you can get those links, or ihsaatv.org, and you can go ahead and search Northeastern, and you'll go to you'll go to those broadcasts, and you can also that's where you would find the replays. So you can get there and watch all that. We have an opportunity. We've got permission to live stream sectional wrestling. We're going to be working on putting together our team to be able to do that. Wrestling's a little different because you've got 3 mats, meaning three contests are going on at the same time. It's not like basketball where there's only one thing going on. You got to have 3 different things. So we're going to be putting together our team, and we'll have more on that later. And next week, Knightline, tune in roughly 4:45 on Sunday. That's January 22nd. That will be our Knightline. We're going to be live from the Mike Cells, and we'll be at the girls' draw party. So we're going to look forward to that. So that's it for Knightline for another week. An hour has passed. Football is on. Right after this, you can go watch the Monday night game. There is a Monday night playoff game, so you can see who's going to win that game. You've been watching Knightline, and everybody have a good night.